welcome to another episode of RayJ Reviews, a chance for you to learn about what I've been doing lately and hopefully get out and do these things yourself. Today I'm going to tell you about the Bugs Brew and Barbecue Festival in Tomball, Texas. This event is held every year near the end of September, and it centers around the car show of the Volkswagen Car Club. The North Houston Volkswagen Car Club sponsors it. Anyhow, so they have a lot of Volkswagens there, a wide variety. In addition to that, they have entertainment, music by the Almost Endless Summer and the Mambo Jazz Kings at this particular one. They have things for the children to play and have fun with. They have food. And they have microbreweries represented, so you can visit with the different representatives there, learn about what they do, and actually sample some of their beers. In some of my previous episodes, I've covered Tomball Events before. It's a small town north of Houston, and although it has a very small town atmosphere with a lot of really unique shops and places to eat, which is a lot of fun to go, even when there's no events, they have a lot of big town events there. And that's not by accident. The marketing department there has made it a point to bring a lot of really good, fun activities there. The marketing director, Michael Baxter, is someone who I got to talk with, and he told me more about what their mission is and how they're promoting Tomball. I'll let him tell you about that himself.
Yeah, I'm Mike Baxter. I'm the marketing director for the city of Tomball, and I've been here for about 4 years creating special events, festivals, and other activities for the city of Tomball. Throughout the year, we now have 7 major festivals and events. We also have 2 5K fun runs, and then we have 15 smaller events that the city stages that has maybe an attendance of 200 people to 500 people. And so for a department of 2, we do a lot of things here in Tomball. Now, I was hired just a few years back to actually bring festivals and events to Tomball, city signature events, and to create awareness for the city as a destination. Other cities across the state of Texas have done it very successfully. Tomball wanted to have that for themselves as well. Well, the biggest events that we do are the July 4th celebration here in Tomball. We actually shut down Business Highway 249 for more than a quarter of a mile. And we have live bands, we have vendors, we have food vendors, hay rides, kids area, and it's all topped off by a fireworks show. All of the events in Tomball are very family oriented. And so we look for classic rock and roll entertainment, for country bands, and then we've got these niche audience that we've created through some of our festivals and events. For example, the Honky Tonk Festival is old-style honky-tonk music that you would have found back in the 50s and 60s. We do the Bluegrass Festival. You can't find bluegrass music in the Houston area every day of the week. So once a year, we do a festival, and we'll have 4 or 5 bands come in order to do these special events. So all of our entertainment is kind of themed around the actual event that we do.
Of course, the central part of this event is the car show, sponsored by the North Houston Volkswagen Club. I had an opportunity to talk to those folks, and they told me a little bit about the club and how big it is and what kind of things they do, and I thought it was pretty interesting. And they'll tell you a little bit about that themselves.
We're the North Houston Volkswagen Club. We've got somewhere around 200 members total, active members. We are located here in the North Houston area. We have our meetings once a month on the first Tuesday of the month at I-45 and Cypress Wood. There's a Muffalata's sandwich shop. We meet there at 7:30 the first Tuesday of every month.
And we take air-cooled, water-cooled trikes. If it's got a Volkswagen, we like it.
All you got to do is love Volkswagen.
Running or not.
I enjoyed the bands there, the Almost Endless Summer and the Mambo Jazz Kings. They played all day and kept the crowd kind of moving. It was a lot of fun. I had an opportunity to go backstage and talk with one of the band members, and he told me a little bit about how they came to be there at the Tomball Festival, and I'll let him talk to you about that.
Hello, my name is Danny Christensen. I'm a lead guitar player and one of the lead singers in the, I would call us a generational tribute band, Almost Endless Summer. This is our first time playing this event here in Tomball. The marketing man, Mike Baxter, for the city of Tomball, is actually a good friend that we worked for when he was running Splashtown. My group, Private Numbers, used to play there. And then we even did with a couple of members of this band years ago when he was at Trader's Village. We did the concert series there. Mike's a good man, and it's everything he does turns good, so it's all good. First of all, Richard and I have been together in a group called Circus, in the early 70s. And Bobby Fauché and I have known each other since we were kids. John's been my drummer, John McKay, for about 23 years now. But one thing led to another, and it felt good. It took us a couple of years to realize, do we have something? I don't know, but we've been together now 4 years. Had a lot of fun. We were the first group to play at the Pleasure Pier when they reopened a couple of years ago. We were the first act to be there. Play Kima Boardwalk. We feel real at home at the beach. We feel real at home outdoors with his families and stuff. We're one of the accoutrements to make it a groovy day.
Once the band stopped playing for a while, the music wasn't quite so loud, I had a chance to go and talk to some of the brewery representatives that were there and learn about some of the things that are going on in this area that I had no idea about. I captured a few of those interviews, and I'll let you listen to them yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Jerry. This is Valerie. This is Maria. We are here today on behalf of No Label Brewing from Katy, Texas. Been around for about 5 years now, since '09.
Roughly got about a dozen employees. We are volunteers. We do this for free, although the company started off with just a few employees, Brian, Jennifer, the owners. But now they've gone up to about a dozen. We enjoy doing this. This is a weekend thing that we love to do, so we're out here in
Plus,
Tomball.
they give us free beer usually.
And we work for
We do work for beer.
We absolutely do.
Yes.
Brian's a home brewer and sitting around with the family, and they just decided after a couple of pints one night, let's open a brewery. Well, what are we going to name it? They couldn't decide because so many characters in the family. What are you going to? Which direction are you going to go in? So they decided they couldn't put a label on anybody, and it's just no label.
About last week, we had 11 beers on draft. Now, not all of those are in bottles. I'd say roughly half are in bottles. And one that's on its way out because it's a seasonal, but it's my particular favorite, and it's something I homebrew myself, is their Don Jalapeno. It's a pale ale base, but when they make it, they use 80 or so pounds of jalapenos. Half of them roasted, half of them cut fresh. Don Jalapeno, my favorite, but it is a seasonal.
Amazing. The beer that complements Don Jalapeno is the Ridgeback. It's a dark American amber. Right, dark American amber.
Yep.
We actually sometimes mix it at the brewery and call it a hot dog.
We mix the Don Jalapeno and the Ridgeback, and it's affectionately known as a hot dog. As a hot dog. Kind of fun.
But the Ridgeback is amazing. It's got a nice roasty, malty character, and it's also refreshing.
My personal favorite is the El Jefe. It's a German wheat Hefeweizen. I personally like it. It is one of my favorites because El Jefe is the boss, and so I like it.
Hi, we are located in Conroe, Texas on FM 3083. We've been in business approximately 7 years now. We're actually about to break ground on a 15-acre new brewery on Monday. Should be open by 2016, hopefully. We have tap room hours from Friday 4 to 10, as well as Saturday 1 o'clock to 10, and tours start at 2. We are an ale house, so we actually have Bombshell Lawn by far is our most profitable beer. It's the beer that we sell the most of, I should say. That is 80% of our sales. We're in 9 states with that beer, but we have a wide range of beers. We have Pine Belt Pale Ale for the hoppier folks who like the IPAs and Pale Ale, American Pale Ales. And then we also have the seasonals. Walloon is a French-style farmhouse ale of banana notes, very, very light. Buried Hatchet Stout is our year-round stout. The ABV on that one is around 8%. Chocolate and coffee are the notes that you're going to get in that. Fantastic beer to cook with, bake with, as well as drink. It's a big stout, so it's a fantastic beer.
Okay, Cypress Grape and Grain is a homebrew wine and beer making supply store. He also has classes for the new beer and wine makers. It's located on 249 between North Point and Woodrow. The store's only been open about 8 months now. He's been doing it a long time, though. My husband husband Henry is the one that runs. It's his store. He has been home brewing and making wine for a long time. There was nothing in this area, and it's a nice, it's a good group of people that come out and visit the store. There's also a beer club that operates out of the store, and he does some other beer activities, things there too.
One of the things I got to do while I was there, I mentioned food. Well, I actually got it really close and personal while the guy was cooking kettle corn. Never seen that done up close. I'll give you a quick glimpse into that.
What is he making again? Kettle corn. And what's the basic process? What do you do? We fry the corn, popcorn, sugar, oil, a little bit of salt. Sweet coated and slightly salted. You're good as big fat here. We also do our pork skins in a kettle like this as well.
Mentioned that there were a lot of really interesting cars at the Volkswagen car show. There were two cars there in particular. They were kit cars, very rare ones. One of them was a Jamaican, one that I'm pretty familiar with, and I've never seen it up close. Anyway, both of those had been donated and were there to be raffled off to benefit the, I think it was the local fire department. Anyhow, what's really unique about this is after I interviewed the group that represents the No Label Brewing Company, one of the people there, Valerie, actually won the Jamaican.
Yes. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome, brother. All right. Well, you won this beautiful red car. Jeff donated this deal.
Winning ticket. Do you want to thank the guy?
Thank this gentleman that pulled your name.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
So we appreciate his efforts. Thank you.
I gotta go get the bacon.
I know. I'll let you know when.
You need to eat that.
Choose what? Okay. What is it?
Anyway, so I wasn't jealous at all that she won it, because while she was out jumping in her new Jamaican that she just won, I got to go for a ride in a sand rail, 450 to 500 horsepower, nitrous oxide injected, turbocharged sand rail.
We'll go for a little ride around the car show.
Okay, awesome. Can you believe she won that, huh?
Ah, man, yeah, I know.
That's
awesome.
nice. That's really nice. How long you had this?
About a year, two, yeah.
Now, did you build most of this yourself, or did you get?
Yeah.
Okay. You must be a mechanic.
Yeah, a little bit of a one.
Yeah, I guess so.
It took a lot of broken parts to get this, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Look at that! Oh, yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you'll go and see a few of my other episodes. I've covered a lot of events in the Houston and Texas area, as well as a couple in Canada and Australia. Anyhow, so please go and look at those other episodes. But most importantly, go out and enjoy life. Car show with Volkswagens. These birds are really noisy. As I mentioned before, microbreweries I can't say brewery. And I hope that you'll get out and enjoy this life yourself. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to say.